Hi, my name is Pat, and this is my channel, Book Chat with Pat, and I'm glad that you're here. Today I'm going to be speaking about the incredible American poet Rita Dove for Poetry Thursday. This will also be the final installment in my Phenomenal Woman videos, which I've been posting throughout the month of August in observation of the Phenomenal Woman Readathon. This is an event that was created by my friend Marilyn Maya Mendoza in observation of her 4-year anniversary on BookTube, which coincided with her 74th birthday. And Marilyn is also celebrating a very special connection that she had with the poet and memoirist Maya Angelou. All month long, we have been celebrating phenomenal women writers. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about Rita Dove and share a little bit of her poetry. Rita Dove is a most celebrated and decorated American poet. Just a few of the great honors that she has been awarded. In 1987, she won the Pulitzer Prize for her third collection of poetry, Thomas and Beulah. From 1993 through 1995, she served as the U.S. Poet Laureate. Her collected poems 1974 to 2004 was a finalist for the National Book Award, and her newest volume of poetry, Playlist for the Apocalypse, which was published in 2021, was listed as a top book of the year by the New York Times. Her poetry prizes are too numerous to mention, but some of the most notable ones are the Ruth Lilly Poetry Prize in 2022 and the 2021 Gold Medal for Poetry from the American Academy of Arts and Letters. And she was the first African American poet to win this award in the award's 110-year history. She received the National Humanities Medal from President Bill Clinton in 1996 and the National Medal of Arts from President Barack Obama in 2011, the only poet ever to win both medals. She is a chancellor of both Phi Beta Kappa and the Academy of American Poets. She is currently the Henry Hoynes Professor of Creative Writing at the University of Virginia. She has written a novel, a book of short stories, a drama, many essays, at least a dozen volumes of poetry, and she is also the editor of the Penguin Anthology of 20th Century American Poetry. So, how about a little bit of her poetry now? First poem I'm going to read is entitled Exit. Just when hope withers, a reprieve is granted. The door opens onto a street like in the movies, clean of people, of cats, except it is your street you are leaving. Reprieve has been granted, provisionally, a fretful word. The windows you have closed behind you are turning pink, doing what they do every dawn. Here it's gray. The door to the taxicab waits. The suitcase, the saddest object in the world. Well, the world's open, and now through the windshield the sky begins to blush. as you did when your mother told you what it took to be a woman in this life. Dawn Revisited. Imagine you wake up with a second chance. The blue jay hawks his pretty wares, and the oak still stands, spreading glorious shade. If you didn't look back, the future never happens. How good to rise in sunlight, in the prodigal smell of biscuits, eggs, and sausage on the grill. The whole sky is yours to write on, blown open to a blank page. Come on, shake a leg. You'll never know who's down there frying those eggs if you don't get up and see. Rosa. How she sat there, the time right inside a place so wrong it was ready. That trim name with its dream of a bench to rest on. Her sensible coat. Doing nothing was the doing. The clean flame of her gaze carved by a camera flash. How she stood up when they bent down to retrieve her purse. That courtesy. I have been a stranger in a strange land. Life's spell is so exquisite, everything conspires to break it. Emily Dickinson. It wasn't bliss. What was bliss but the ordinary life? She'd spend hours in patter, moving through whole days, touching, sniffing, tasting, exquisite housekeeping in a charmed world. And yet there was always more of the same, all that happiness, the aimless being there. So she wandered for a while, bush to arbor, lingered to look through a pond's restive mirror. He was off cataloging the universe, probably, pretending he could organize what was clearly someone else's chaos. That's when she found the tree, the dark, crabbed branches bearing up such speechless bounty. She knew without being told this was forbidden. It wasn't a question of ownership. Who could lay claim to such maddening perfection? And there was no voice in her head, no whispered intelligence lurking in the leaves, just an ache that grew until she knew she'd already lost everything except desire, the red heft of it warming her outstretched palm. Heart to heart. It's neither red nor sweet. It doesn't melt or turn over, break or harden, so it can't feel pain, yearning, regret. It doesn't have a tip to spin on. It isn't even shapely, just a thick clutch of muscle, lopsided, mute. Still, I feel it inside its cage, sounding a dull tattoo. I want. But I can't open it. There's no key. I can't wear it on my sleeve or tell you from the bottom of it how I feel. Here, it's all yours now, but you'll have to take me too. And finally, vacation. I love the hour before takeoff, that stretch of no time, no home, but the gray vinyl seats linked like unfolding paper dolls. Soon we shall be summoned to the gate. Soon enough, there'll be the clumsy procedure of row numbers and perforated stubs. But for now, I can look at these ragtag nuclear families with their cooing and bickering, or the heeled bachelorette trying to ignore a baby's wail, and the baby's exhausted mother waiting to be called up early, while the athlete, one monstrous hand asleep on his duffel bag, listens, perched like a seal trained for the plunge. Even the lone executive who has wandered this far into summer with his lasered itinerary briefcase knocking his knees, even he has worked for the pleasure of bearing no more than a scrap of himself into this hall. He'll dine out. He'll sleep late. They'll let the sun burn them happy all morning. A little hope, a little whimsy, before the loudspeaker blurts and we leap up to become Flight 828, now boarding at gate 17. So that's a little bit about the phenomenal Rita Dove. As always, I thank you for watching. I hope that you're doing well. I'll speak with you again soon. Take care.